Why do we always map crime dots? Why can't we map the peace dots? The Peace Dots project was just like this inception of how do I be an artist that engages community in the work? My name is Saira Siddiqui, class of 2013, and soon to be Master of Science, multidisciplinary degree, 2023. I've always been a traveler. My name, Saira, means wanderer. I've lived in small towns, I've lived in these giant cities, and got really curious about the question, why in a big city are people less connected? I did go speak with the School of Architecture and Planning at UB. They were like, have you thought about urban planning? I didn't know that UB offered that. So it allowed me to hone on what my focus would then become. It just gave me a really well-rounded experience. Right now I have this job in a planning field where I was collecting a lot of data and mapping data and health disparities and wealth disparities and crime dots, right? And all of this stuff that one day I was like, why can't we map the peace dots and tell a different narrative, tell a different story? That's the inception of the Peace Dots project. That was when I talked with George Hughes, my professor at UB, started to really kind of play with this idea of, instead of doing this as an urban planning thing, can I make this an art project? And collect stories and then reflect it back somehow so that people can see themselves in the art. So I was like, all right, let's see if maybe I can get 50 submissions or something. I can get a couple submissions around Buffalo through a virtual online setting. I also had some physical locations in Buffalo and started getting a lot of people to provide stories to the project. A sweet little girl walked up to me outside and handed me the prettiest little bouquet of dandelion flowers she could pick. The way that it makes people feel is the common thread. There was one that just said, a simple sunrise. It gives you a little hope in the world, As a planner and as a visual and graphic person, I was like, what does this look like on a map? And so I just started painting it. These are all of the submissions reflected within Erie County. So it's just been taking all of them and just experimenting. Through working with George and my classmates at UB, there's really been this push of no, you have to put yourself into it. How does this make you feel? And then how does that get translated? And I feel that's elevating the art to another degree and another level. UB, I feel really did help me get on this path of planning. Humans are so powerful. We have a choice to think differently about the future and about the world. And by doing that, we manifest it, which I think is really beautiful.